These are the Daily Tech headlines for Thursday, December 18th, 2025. I'm Rob Dunwood. Google has released its fast and cost-effective Gemini 3 Flash model, which will replace Gemini 2.5 Flash as the default in the Gemini app and AI search. The new model offers significant performance improvements, including a leading score on the MMMU Pro multimodality and reasoning benchmark, competing with frontier models like Gemini 3 Pro and GPT 5.2. Designed as a workhorse for bulk tasks, it's available for consumer, enterprise, and developer use, featuring enhanced understandings of user intent and the ability to process multimodal content like videos, sketches, and audio, despite a slight increase in token costs. Chinese scientists in Shenzhen have developed a prototype machine for extreme ultraviolet lithography, a technology vital for cutting-edge semiconductor chips and previously a Western monopoly. Completed in early 2025 by former ASML engineers, the machine can generate EUV light, though chip production is not expected until 2028 to 2030. These achievements stem from a 6-year Huawei-led Manhattan project to gain semiconductor independence by secretly reverse engineering ASML technology, recruiting former Chinese ASML veterans, and acquiring components on secondary markets to circumvent U.S. export controls. The Federal Trade Commission has issued a civil investigative demand to Instacart concerning its AI-powered pricing tool Eversight, after a study alleged some users were charged up to 23% more for the same items, with average differences of about 7%. The FTC expressed concern over Instacart's alleged pricing practices. Instacart claimed the variances were from limited short-term and randomized tests conducted by retail partners using Eversight, which it bought in 2022, and denies that prices are set in real time or based on supply, demand, or personal user data. Apple is modifying its iOS App Store policies in Japan, similar to changes in the EU, to comply with new legislation that permits third-party app stores and alternative payment methods. While this allows developers to use alternative stores or link to external websites for purchases, Apple is introducing new commission fees, 5% for alternative store purchases and up to 21% or 15% for alternative in-app payment options. Users will also see warnings when using third-party options, a point of friction cited by Epic Games CEO Tim Sweeney in relation to the delayed return of Fortnite to iOS in Japan. YouTube is stopping its data submission to the U.S. Billboard charts after January 16, 2026, due to a disagreement over how streams are weighted. The platform argues that Billboard's current methodology, which weights ad-supported free streams less than paid subscription streams, undervalues non-subscribing fan engagement. YouTube's global head of music, Lyra Cohen, stressed that the platform believes all plays should be counted equally and hopes to resolve the issue for equitable representation on the charts in the future. Micron Technology predicts that increasing focus on producing high-bandwidth memory, or HBM, for AI applications will lead to persistent RAM shortages and higher prices for servers. This is because manufacturers are prioritizing the more profitable HBM, reducing output of other memory types even as the AI boom increases overall server demand. The prediction follows Micron's strong Q1 2026 financial results, which saw revenue of $13.64 billion and net income of $5.2 billion, a performance driven by this intense AI-led demand that the CEO expects will continue to exceed supply, ensuring higher prices and better margins for the company. OpenAI has introduced an app directory within ChatGPT on iOS, Android, and web platforms, allowing users to integrate services like Booking.com, Spotify, Dropbox, Apple Music, and DoorDash. These apps extend ChatGPT's functionality for tasks such as ordering groceries or summarizing documents, and are categorized into feature, lifestyle, and productivity. This move is part of OpenAI's strategy to create a more versatile ecosystem through custom GPT bots with resources available for developers. Google is integrating its vibe coding tool Opal into the Gemini web app to allow users to create customized AI-powered mini apps called Gems. Gems are specialized versions of Gemini for a particular task, and Opal enables their creation through a visual editor where users describe the app in natural language. The editor allows for non-coders to arrange and link steps, with an advanced editor available for more complex customizations at opal.google.com. This move reflects the increasing trend of AI-powered programming and app development. And finally, Meta is experimenting with a new policy that limits the number of links users can post on Facebook to 2 unless they subscribe to the paid Meta verified service, which is $14.99 per month. This limited test primarily affects professional mode and Facebook pages and aims to determine if increased link volume is a valuable feature for Meta verified subscribers. Exemptions include affiliate links, comments, and links to other Meta platforms. Despite the vast majority of U.S. feed views not containing links, the experiment could pressure creators and brands who rely on external linking to either post content natively or pay for a subscription to maintain their reach. For more analysis of the tech news of the day, subscribe to dailytechnewsshow.com. You can find show notes and links to all the headlines there as well. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you next time.